Chapter 57, Revata. It has been over 5 years since the Buddha came to reside in this city, with Lord Pasenadi Kasala and the wealthy Sudatta helping to support him. At the same time, they have developed the city to be prosperous, especially Lord Pasenadi Kasala as the ruler or host. Whenever there were guests, leaders, or famous Brahmin or ascetic delegations visiting, he would welcome them and arrange accommodation well, leading to the construction of many guest houses for visitors and general pilgrims around the city. Lord Foch elaborated. "Can I go see the Buddha's newly built residence?" I asked. "Yes, of course." In fact, on the first day of Akita's return, they headed straight to that place because Akita desired to meet the Buddha the most. He said, "Suddenly, I saw the image of me traveling to the Buddha's residence appear. I saw Akita and a group of over 10 people walking out of the west gate of the city, crossing the moat, and then turning left along a road paved with large bricks. The sides of the road were lined with houses. They walked to the end of the road and then turned right for about 200 meters to reach a gate. Behind the gate was a small Bodhi tree, about 2 years old. Walking inside, they saw a large building resembling a pavilion that Buddhists use for offering food to monks. It was a wooden building raised on stilts with a multi-tiered roof, reaching up to 12 levels. The surrounding area was a shady forest with small houses scattered around. The building was located not far from a river, within sight, making this place have a pleasant, shady, and livable atmosphere. I observed the scene in sequence. This place did not seem lonely. There were many people walking around, both newcomers like me and residents, as could be seen from their daily routines. Those who had traveled from elsewhere carried small cones of flowers. Some placed them at the small Bodhi tree at the entrance. Some placed them at the foot of the stairs, where there were water jars for washing feet, before going up to the pavilion, and some placed them on the seat where the Buddha usually sat. The residents were sweeping leaves along the walkways, and some were lighting fires to burn twigs and grass. Then I walked up to the large pavilion. The wooden floor was polished smooth. There were hundreds of large wooden pillars. I noticed that Akita's heart was beating faster than normal. I saw people sitting and talking in groups. One of the groups talking saw us and walked over. "Lord Akita, this way, please," said a handsome young man in a yellow robe, but with his hair not shaved, greeting us and inviting us to sit on one side of the pavilion. "Have we met before? How do you know my name?" Akita asked the young man as she followed him. "You probably don't remember me. It's been about 15 to 16 years since that day. The last time I saw you, I was only 10 years old. I still remember the day you and Master Bavara's group set off on bamboo rafts very clearly. It was a grand day for me. You looked determined and resolute. I even thought that one day I would follow in your footsteps by setting out to seek the truth as you did," the young man said, inviting us to sit on the floor on one side of the pavilion. "What is your name?" Akita asked. "My name is Revata. For many years, I followed my parents until I had the opportunity to attend to the Buddha. When I had the chance to listen to the conversations between my parents and the Buddha, I gained new eyes that saw the things around me change, saw people change, and discovered who I am, where I came from, and what I must do. So, I vowed to help spread the Buddha's teachings," Revata replied. "Is that so? Lord Revata, may I ask you something? I want to know if the Buddha has the 32 characteristics that match the scriptures of a great man that we have learned? Akita asked with excitement at meeting someone close to the Buddha. Please don't take my words as criticism, Lord Akita. I am actually young enough to be your son, and also young in age and experience, since I have been close to the Buddha until today. Do you know that? I have never been interested in external appearances or the characteristics you mentioned even once. What I am interested in and value are what he says, the principles he teaches, and the conduct he shows me. For example, if I told you that the Buddha doesn't have any of the characteristics, according to the scriptures, would you still want to meet the Buddha? Akita didn't say anything. Lord Akita, as someone who has devoted your whole life to seeking the truth, the state that I received from the experience of listening to the Buddha's teachings, which gave me new eyes, do you think it is more exciting? Revata said. Makoto still hesitated and didn't answer. At this moment, in my feelings, as I heard Akita's thoughts, it was clear that even though this young man is only in his early 20s, his words are profound, he has sharp intellect, and it seems like he has already attained enlightenment. If that's the case, please tell me that important story, Akita said humbly. Even though you are older, even though you have been seeking the truth for longer, and have studied more knowledge, that may not be the factor that determines who is superior. In the world of being Buddha, there is only who can find Buddhahood, and when they find it, they will quickly share it with others so they can discover it too. If anyone finds it and knows how valuable it is to their life, they will remember the person who helped them find it, rather than respecting them based on rank or seniority. If you desire to find Buddhahood, I am the proof. Today, I am 26 years old. Never studied the 3 Vedas. Never practiced asceticism. Never practiced self-mortification. When I found it, I could immediately transcend everything, Revata explained. Now I realize that wisdom is what indicates a great man, not external characteristics, Akita said. That's absolutely right. Currently, because the Buddha is the starting point for people in the world to find Buddhahood, he is accepted as the one who helped them find it, not respected for his age, ascetic practices, or extensive studies. Therefore, the mission of someone who is already a Buddha is to travel and spread Buddha. The Buddha has fulfilled that mission and just left 7 days before your arrival, with no set time to return. It might be 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years. Will you wait here to meet the Buddha, or will you travel to follow him? Revata asked. I cannot wait even for a day or an hour. Please tell me which direction he traveled. I will follow him until I find him. Akita expressed her desire. I apologize that I cannot know the entire plan of where the Buddha will travel. I only know that the first city he will travel to is Pank. If you reach there, ask where the Buddha is and where he will travel to next, Revata replied. Lord Foch, what city is Pankane? I interrupted.